one of the things I want to ask you about, because you actually mentioned this analytical side that you're so kind of passionate about, that you're passionate about the analytics. Do you ever, like, you comment, I would say, a fair amount on, like, the state of the game and different issues in the game. I've definitely seen you and Samito have back and forth, I would say, on different aspects. Yeah. I've definitely heard people in the pro scene who have said, oh, your Overwatch doesn't know what they're talking about. They're not involved with the pro scene. How do you kind of get that in your head, that you have a place here and that you are as intelligent as some of these other people, and you have a right to kind of say that, listen, this is how the game should be changed?
Yeah, not involved in the pro scene. They're right. Yeah, I don't have any affiliation with the pro scene other than a goal of trying to get casuals interested in it. So like that's my approach. And in fact, over time, I've gotten more and more focused on how things affect the average player, and that's actually a very difficult task and dance to do, because Overwatch being such a complicated game, there is different ramifications of a patch and changes, new heroes at every level of play. And to some degree, little secret for the pro community, nobody really cares what you're playing. They care about what they're playing, the average player. So, to say that not qualified in order to say anything. I mean, the thing is, there's so many people in the pro community that say similar things or have similar types of opinions, maybe even the opposite direction, but then they get proved wrong or they're incorrect. Yeah. Or like, just an example, right? In Overwatch League, which I assume you watch, there was a prevailing thought that Sombra Goats was bad.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone thought this, right? Everyone knew that this was true. Sombra Goats is bad. It's just not as good. Wait, then they realized that if they pocket the Sombra instead so that the D.Va can't flush her out, then the Sombra becomes this raid boss character that farms EMP really quick, and it's actually the best. Oh my God, right? And these things happen, okay? So the conversation of this is an ongoing dialogue that you should expect to learn along the way. So nobody knows Overwatch ever. It's always a conversation and a learning process, and I'm just one voice of many. So I think what angers people is that when someone has a platform bigger than their own, there's a lot of envy and jealousy and sort of like, I stream the game 20 hours a day as a pro player. I know everything. Why does he have an audience and I don't? Yeah. Well, there's a lot of reasons for that, and maybe it's because like you're appealing to this super sub category of viewer, and because of that, well, you can be in your little sub community, your sub community of people on Reddit who upvote each other on the same opinions with groupthink, but I'm instead trying to have an interesting dialogue with the type of people that usually watch content but don't comment on it. That's the interesting thing with YouTube as well, where a lot of people, they get wrapped up in like the Twitterverse or Reddit or whatever, not realizing that the actual audience of the game doesn't know anything about any of that. Like that's like 0.00001% of even on a comment, even with comments on our own channel. I mean, it's like less than 0.01% of people who watch leave a comment. So it's just to really think that, like, another thing about being a YouTuber, I think, to do it well anyway, is to really know the person that isn't saying anything, right? The silent majority, and to speak to them. So anyway, what gives me the right to speak on the meta or anything? Well, I hopefully I speak on it in terms of a player of the game. So that's the standpoint. I don't really try to step in and tell what the pros should do. I try to learn from what the pros are doing and expand it. But at the end of the day, it's just one guy's opinion. So
this has been a highlight clip from the Minds of Media. The full episode was released yesterday on my YouTube page. While you're here, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube and join my Discord, where you can be involved with our community. Thank you.